Oh, right, like that building actually exists?
Yes, exactly. Maybe a host club's trying to get into it. They're try to be very persuasive.
Right? I want to be a monster now.
Unique.
Yeah, it's very unique.
What? Culture shock is a popular theme here, asking foreigners in Japan. So this time we went out again and asked foreigners what kind of what the hell moment they had when they came to Japan. So let's go and ask foreigners in Japan. When you came to Japan the first time, or before when you came, what surprised you? What was you like, what is this moment that you got?
I was most surprised that a lot of the anime that I had watched in the past was actually not just like some magical world that didn't actually exist, but it was like based on like real like configuration of the streets and things like that, which I thought was very cool.
Oh, right, like that building actually exists?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, that is actually a moment you sometimes have. You're like, oh my god, I've seen this building before.
Yeah, exactly.
For example, any place you can think of?
No, I just mean like specifically like the architecture and the way the streets are set up and things like that. Yeah.
What surprised you when you came to Japan?
I came here yesterday, so basically everything is so new for me because I'm from Poland, and Poland is like totally different from Japan. Everything, like people, streets, all the colorful stuff, everything. Yeah, I'm so shocked and excited about Japan stuff. It's cool.
Yes, everything is very pink, right? The shops and stuff.
Yeah, it's so cute, pink, and girly.
In comparison to Poland, is a little bit more simple, kept it simple, not so many pinks.
Poland is generally so simple.
Hedgehog Cafe. Yes, I think that was it, yeah.
There is a hedgehog cafe.
Yes, there is a hedgehog cafe, and you scoop hedgehogs, and you can pet them, and they're prickly, and you just sit with hedgehogs on your lap for half an hour.
Did you do that?
Yes.
How was it?
It was fabulous. Yeah, it was fantastic. We met very nice sleepy hedgehogs.
Oh, where did you go? Where was that?
Right around the corner, right here, somewhere in Harajuku.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I think I need to try that sometime. What was your what moment?
So I'm having a happy what moment because I love matcha, and it's harder to get in the United States, and there's matcha everywhere. So I'm so happy with all the matcha treats and matcha tea and matcha ice cream.
So you're like, what again?
Yes.
What again?
Like, yes, more matcha. Yeah.
What did you see and you were like, what the hell is that? Like somewhere you go like, what the?
When we had first came off the train station, we were in the Shinjuku area, and one of the first things we saw was Godzilla Way, and to see the giant Godzilla on top of the roof was rather amazing. I think that was one of our wow moments here.
Definitely, the massive Godzilla in Shinjuku. I've seen that one before as well. Even if you go past by the train, you can actually see it from the train if you're lucky.
I guess there's a lot of gentlemen on the streets in Shinjuku actually that like to, they want to kind of come up and talk to you. It was very at random. But I learned later that they want to like hang out. But I guess it's like maybe a host club's trying to get into it. They're try to be very persuasive.
Right.
They try to be.
In Shinjuku? What time did you go?
This was around
late.
Like 11,
Yeah.
like 11 or 12. Like
Saturday night. Yeah,
Saturday night.
Yeah, Saturday night.
So it was interesting. That was just funny.
Yeah. Oh God. Evening Shinjuku Saturday night. That is like party time. So So you're never quite sure if it's a host or if it's a chat up.
I have no idea. I just know that they looked very fashionable, very on point with their clothes. Somebody got suspicious, like, why they really good looking guy? Asking like, what's going on? Yeah. I don't know.
What is the moment when you went, what the?
I'm not sure. Maybe the first time we walked into a restroom and it was full of nothing but squatty potties. Like there was this restroom, like it's Japanese style, and when you walk in, there's like no urinals, like no sink, just squatty potties in each stall. I would just like, no, give me like a toilet.
You mean squatty potties like there's little holes in the ground, you mean?
Yes.
Right.
Normally they have in the restrooms here like one or two Western style and then a sink, but no, just squatty potties everywhere.
To be honest, I had this random moment when I was wondering, how do men use squatty potties?
I would not know. I haven't tried.
You just walk straight out.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been to Kawaii Makeup Cafe.
Oh,
right.
What surprised you there?
The beautiful ladies, the outfits, the food, the ambience.
Actually, the best with the Japanese people is their culture and how they accommodate you with their hospitality and on how they portray the anime. it's like very real. They won't even just let you see it. They will let you experience everything.
Living doll.
Yeah, like a living doll. And you look wonderful. Yeah. I feel like I'm not prepared.
Because you guys said you love it colorful, so how the Kawaii Monster Cafe was the place, right?
Yes, yes.
And explain it to people who have never seen it, the Kawaii Monster Cafe. What was it like?
Kawaii Monster Cafe is really, the title itself is. I mean, the restaurant is very kawaii, means pretty, and it's like a monster, like pretty monster, right?
It has an edge to it. Yeah.
Yes, and it's really like Alice in Wonderland, but more of vivid colors. Yes,
More
and
lively.
more lively, and the food is colorful.
And it's unexpected because usually when we hear monster, it's like it's horror,
Scary,
it's
yeah.
scary. But there's like, I want to be a monster. I want to be a monster now.
Unique.
Yeah, it's very unique.
A lot of politeness. Like in the morning, they said how they greet you, and just when you leave certain stores, even on our tours, they like bowed when the bus drove off. Even once in a while, even I felt embarrassed. I was just like, it's okay. Just let us walk. I don't know. It got really interesting though. There's a lot. Definitely compared to America, no one's as polite all the time in the hotels and restaurants and tours. But here it's very respectful.
A lot of the cafes we went to were amazing too. We went to a maid cafe, at-home cafe, and it was like all the pink and the excitement was rather interesting, and all the little details that they put into food and presentation. That was really nice. And then we went to a butler cafe as well, and just to see the total opposite was really interesting as well. An experience that I don't know if I'd find in New York or have an opportunity unless I'm like really high class, but it was nice to have the opportunity to feel like I'm an upper class person while here. So.
They definitely make you feel like that, right, at the Butler Cafe.
Yes, definitely. It was really cool to be treated like a princess for an hour. So.
Yeah, the shoes. Always the shoes. Yes,
we keep
exactly.
forgetting to take off our shoes.
Right?
Yes.
Okay.
Or I put my handbag down on the ground and someone lifts it up and puts something underneath it to hold it. Yes, putting things on the ground does seem to be like we're not sure where or when or why.
And it's also busy, and I feel like I'm always bumping into people going the wrong way to get around people. So
The big things, shoes, items on the floor, bumping into people.
Yes, I think lots of things. Like the train system has been easy to figure out. We went to Kyoto, we went to Osaka, we went to Tokyo. Like getting between those places, it was none of us speak the language, and yet we figured it all out. It was easy. Yeah. I like the trains. I like to learn the language. We're trying to figure out what the characters mean, just from the context. So yeah, I'm up to about 4 or 5 characters that I can recognize and know what they're doing. But yeah, it's not very many.
How about you? Anything where you went like that went actually really well?
Well, we got to meet up with one of our friends who's been living in Japan actually for 5 years. So she was teaching us a little bit just about the culture, the customs, and about the food. So we went with her. We made the Japanese pancake.
Okonomiyaki.
Okonomiyaki. Yes. And so that was really fun because I think if we hadn't been with her, we wouldn't have known what to do. But because we had a little bit of help, and she was able to show us how to make it, and we cooked this delicious meal, and it was really fun. And it was that was a good day. I feel like things went well. So.
I see you got your Suica card there, by the way. Where did you get that from?
We got ours in Osaka, and it's really come in handy. Like we're obviously using all the public transportation, so we use it all the time. Super handy.
So that's one of the things I was going to go into that actually. Things that you think you did particularly well when you came to Japan. So you got yourself one of those cards.
Definitely. Must have when you go to Japan. One of these or maybe one of the other public transportation cards always comes in handy. It surprised me how much we're using public transportation, like versus in America where it's just like car or walk. But here it's always like bus, train, monorail, subway. Definitely.
So get yourself one of those digital train passes. How about you? Anything? Hey, you both have them. It's the you don't see this one this often. In Tokyo, it's the Suica, and this is the ICOCA.
Yeah, from
Osaka.
And you can use it in Tokyo as well.
Yes. We have been able to.
So even if you touch down in Osaka, you can still use it all the way in Tokyo. And actually, people will mention it. They're like, oh, it's a different one.
Yeah.
It's the first time I've seen it, actually.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Just making sure to go to enough places. Like we've been to Namba, Nara, Kyoto. We're here in Tokyo now, Harajuku. We went to the One Piece Tower, which I totally recommend if you like One Piece. We've seen a lot, and I think we've done a good job at it.
Don't be afraid to like explore, experience the culture, try the food. It's absolutely delicious. It's amazing.
Even if you don't know what it is, just try it.
Yes.
Try it. Go for it. Try it at least once.
Thank you so much for your time. That was an awesome interview. Thank you. So foreigners shared their what the moments with us, and maybe you are aware of some of them, maybe some of them were new for you. One thing that surprised me a lot in Harajuku, and that keeps surprising me when I see it happening, there is a guy who does walk a dog, but it's actually not a dog, it's a little tawashi, which is like a little brush, and he will almost religiously go through Harajuku, and sometimes I've seen him in Shinjuku, and he has a little leash, and on that leash he pulls a little brush behind it, and sometimes the brush on Halloween is wearing a little Halloween clothes, and sometimes the brush on Christmas was having Christmas decorations, and I thought that was just the thing that one person did, because maybe that's what he's into, or maybe he wants attention, or maybe it's a certain art expression. But once in Shinjuku, I kid you not, that person was there, and he met with another guy who was also walking his brush, and I was just like, what? Is this a club that is that a thing? Instead of walking your dog, you just pull your little brush around you. Seriously, Google tawashi and have a look how the brush looks, and it's literally just that big. It's like a little round brown brush, and he was walking it. I don't know why. It's still a mystery to me, but I find it quite interesting, kind of amusing, and I thought, well, you're free to do that if that makes you happy. So what was your what the moment when you went abroad? Let us know. Please leave us a message down below. Looking forward to reading it, and I'll catch you soon on Ask Japanese. Don't forget to walk the brush.